morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Sahani, Mr. Surjendu Kula, Mr. Mayank Gupta, Mr. Amol, and all young friends, mostly young friends. I'm seeing a lot of young faces here. A very happy morning to all of you. So this is all about, I think the theme of this conference is phygital. And therefore, when I was called by Sheesh Kapoor to join in for this conference, I was thinking, how is it going to be? I find that there's a lot of, I know from the MC, the way he's handling this, a lot of physical part of it happening from the morning. And I suppose the digital part will come a little later. But then the point is, I have something written down to speak to all of you, unlike Mr. Sahani, who spoke purely from experience. And I suppose at the end, towards the end, maybe 2-3 minutes, I would like some questions, interaction from all of you, so that even if it is not digital, it will be physically, both ways, to make up the time and to ensure that all of you in this room are active and participating. So friends, we are in a very rapidly changing world. The way the Zopper team spoke about from the 1940s up to now, whatever has happened in the insurance space. Yes, all of you know the story. I'm not going to repeat that. But the point is that insurance is a different animal. As all of you from the industry know, it's a totally different animal. It's not just the kind of financial product that is bought. It is something that has to be sold. And even if you create awareness, we have tried it over the years, over the decades, to create a lot of awareness for insurance. Yes, people are slowly getting used to the idea of buying insurance as a primary financial product, but still it takes a lot of work, a lot of hard work, a lot of pushing to ensure that people really buy a life insurance. So, phygital, the approach, I think seamlessly integrates digital and physical interactions to provide a comprehensive, user-friendly, and accessible insurance experience. So all of you have been listening to what the IIDI has been saying, the vision, and I think it was mentioned by the Zopper founder, the three-pronged approach, availability, accessibility, and affordability, to ensure insurance for all by 2047. I believe to make that a reality, we will have to work a lot on making this both a physical and a digital approach. I think what the regulator and what the insurance industry is really looking forward to is a UPI-like moment. Mr. Sahani at length explained about how UPI and how RBI says there should be competition for the UPI as well. Really, the way it has changed the way we do transactions, how can we have that UPI-like moment in the insurance industry is what I think they are looking for. And imagine that as recently as the end of August, the UPI interface has crossed 10 billion in volume of transactions. That's fantastic. It's from nowhere to 10 billion transactions. So I believe that that is the kind of space the insurance industry has to be in. Therefore, we need a UPI-like moment to make that happen. So India's journey in the digital revolution is marked by a lot of things that have happened in the last 10-15 years. Smartphones for one, affordable internet access. In fact, I remember a story I was reading. About a year back, I think I was in a conversation with a team which was talking about this. There is a small village in Maharashtra where they found students sitting on top of a tree learning their lessons. Now, normally we are used to, sitting at the bottom in the shadow of a tree, the teacher is there. But here they found a journalist, he found a group of students perched on top of a tree. And then when he inquired, he was told that they are up there for the internet connection. So they were not getting the connection in the village, but they found that sitting on top of the tree gave them the connect. And therefore, all students sitting on top of the tree were learning lessons from someone who was teaching from far, far away. So that revolution has come, and this is there in the villages. And India is, in fact, the G20 has praised India for all the technology revolution that India has brought about. And recently, World Bank has praised India's digital public infrastructure for its transformative impact. Implementations of Aadhaar along with the Jan Dhan bank account, mobile phone is considered to have played a critical role in moving ownership of transaction accounts from 1/4 of adults in 2008 to over 80% now. And this is what the report says. Before I move on to the aspect of leveraging technology, what are the key challenges that we're looking at? First off, I want to give you the example of the train accident that happened in Odisha. All of you are aware of it. And if you remember, all of you know that those who reserve train tickets through IRCTC portal can opt for accident insurance for 10 lakh by paying a paltry premium of 35 paise. The policy covers death, disabilities, medical expenses in a train accident during the travel. And in this tragic accident that happened, 288 passengers were killed and more than 1,000 were injured. But a mere 22 claims were there under IRCTC. Just reminding us that awareness still needs to be built among people who can afford very simple, easy train insurance. Even that is not happening. And the reason is insurance is still not widely adopted or adapted in India. As I said in the beginning, it's still a push product. In rural areas, and I come from LIC, I spent 4 decades with LIC. I worked in the far, deep rural pockets as a branch manager 30 years ago, 35 years ago. And I believe the insurance awareness has grown, but not to the extent it should have happened in 40 years. That has not happened. And of course, speakers before me have spoken about the density and the penetration of insurance. We are far behind as a country. We have the tech, but we don't have the awareness. The lack of financial and digital literacy, of course, and the complex products that someone spoke about are making it difficult and the poor understanding and acceptance of financial services for rural populations. The phygital model has the potential to overcome these barriers and enable the underserved population in India to carry out financial transactions with ease. Of course, I must speak about, it was already mentioned, that IRDAI has come out with a lot of things. One of them is the Bima Lakh initiative. That would replicate what all of you know about banking correspondence, the way banks utilized banking correspondence to spread the banking across the country. Similarly, Bima Lakh initiative would replicate that and would be a big push for the insurance industry to reach the last mile. While we embrace the digital age, we understand that the human touch remains irreplaceable in life insurance. And whatever people say, I truly believe that physical interaction will continue to be there for next many, many more years till we reach a situation where people say, no, I don't want anybody to talk to me about insurance. I know what is insurance. I am perfectly capable of buying it online myself. So, phygital insurance, what does it do? In India, we have roughly, correct me if I'm wrong, about 40 lakh agents now working for spreading life insurance. What these agents require are tools, and phygital insurance powers those agents with cutting-edge tools. It's about equipping them with the technology to better understand, serve, and connect with customers. And I have said this before I retired from LIC, that what we need is bionic agents. Now, what I mean by bionic agents, before that, let me say in India, the vast majority of life insurance sales are still some form of intermediary. Now, you might say that a lot of insurance is being sold through bank insurance, but bank insurance again is through an intermediary. It is not without an intermediary. The amount of online sales is very, very, paltry, to say something. So, an increasingly prominent feature of the digital world is the emergence of InsurTech. And congrats to Zopper, who have been doing it for the last so many years. I think they've done very well. And we find reconstitution of value chains as organizations blend and combine in an emerging digital context. So going forward, digital is going to play a significant role. Coming back to bionic, I know there's a lot of young crowd here. So let me just ask a few questions. That how many of you, follow, I'm sure all of you follow science fiction. How many of you follow the trilogy of Star Wars? Star Wars, anybody? Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, somebody? And who's the latest now? Whom do you follow the latest? Yeah, anyone? Sorry? No names? Sir? Elon Musk. He's a superstar on his own, right? So, what I'm saying is, typically, our insurance agents need to become Superman, Batman, call it whatever, and so that they have that tool with them, which can help them to go out and, sell the insurance product for them. In conclusion, friends, I would like to say, our industry is undergoing profound transformation. IRDAI has been at the forefront of making this happen, and I'm sure that they will continue to lead the way. As we continue to embrace these innovations, let's remember our ultimate mission to make insurance for all a reality. I thank you for your attention and encourage all of you to engage in discussions during the conference. I'm sure this conference will generate a lot of new ideas. And before going away, just one more thing I'd like to say. All of us know what India has done with Chandrayaan. All of you know about the Vikram lander and the Pragyan rover. Now, remember, to make this happen, it's not just that you have a spacecraft taking off from Earth and just landing on the moon. I know all of you must have read about it. So the spacecraft actually has to go around the Earth a couple of times. There is a slingshot which takes it across far away to the moon. And again there, it has to go around before it actually lands. So I think we need a slingshot in digital technology, in InsurTech, to make this reality happen. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. All the best for the conference. And if there are any questions, any interaction, if there's somebody, otherwise the floor is open for the next. Thank you very much.